Hello, family. Our Father in heaven is so awesome. When you choose to have a personal relationship with Him, He will reveal things to you that you didn't know. They're not so in His plan. And, just like with any healthy relationship, the closer you get to that person, they will, open up to you and show you things and reveal things to you. And some things are good and some things aren't. With any healthy relationship, the more you work on it, the more you know. And, the more we work on our relationship with God, the more He reveals things to us. And not only that, He reveals who we are to us, because I didn't know who I was until I saw God's face and He showed up. And He introduced me to who I truly am. And I know who I am. I am love. And I know that from experience. But you're love as well. But you may know that by your mind. But God can show you that. And when He shows you something, it's much deeper than just mind knowledge. But anyway, this covers, this is 1 Corinthians 2:10. But it was to us that God revealed these things by His Spirit. For His Spirit searches out everything and shows us God's deepest secrets. So, just like God showed me, who some of my enemies were. And I didn't realize it. And it was hard for me to accept. But, it was true because it played out that way. And just like, when I lost my wife and God said He's changing the world from fear back to love, these are things that you get with God when you have a personal with Him. Some people, they go, try to go through the back door, they'll use Satan, and use witchcraft and spiritualists, but they don't, to get information, but they have to pay for that. But, we go through the front door, we do the work. And God gives us what we need to know. We don't have the, and there's no consequence, no bad consequence to, us knowing what's happening in the future because we got it from God. We got it the going through the front door. So if you're going through the back door, paying people, using witchcraft and voodoo to try to find out, what's happening in the future, you might get what you might, get the truth, or you might not, because, you're working with the darkness, you're working with Satan, and he lies and cheats and steals and kills. And, and also you're going to have to pay for that because if you go through the back door, you're going to get what comes to going through the back door. But when you go through the front door, you're going to get what God has for you. And it's a whole lot better because when you go through the front door, you get light. When you go through the back door, you get darkness. So go through the front door. Let God show you what's what. Anyway, I love you. God bless you. Have a blessed day. Bye.